This one was the hardest one for me. Whenever we narrowed it down to top 5 games, my first 4 were just boom, 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 easy. I knew exactly what they were. But I sat on number 5 until, honestly, last night. And
really?
Yes, I was sitting on it. I was going between a couple games, but that's because there's one game I really wanted to put on my top 5. But I was like, man, that's going to get some people upset. And that's never an easy thing to do. Until I saw one of our shorts pop off a little bit and get some comments. And it was the one about my take on the Halo show and how I said that the Halo show had really good amounts of Halo lore in it. And some people didn't like that because they hate the show so much. And they kind of dunked on me. And I was like, you know what? Let your hate fuel you. Let's go to the dark side. Let's ignite these people with rage. And so I picked the most rage-inducing game that I love, and I put it in my top 5 games because my number 5 game of all time is Fortnite. Your face immediately says what so many people are thinking as soon as I say that, but hear me out. Hear me out.
Hang on, I'm going to drink some more of my Jesus coffee here.
You're going to need it, man. So, I love the Battle Royale style game mode. I always have since it first came out. I was obsessed with PUBG. Then I was obsessed with Fortnite. Then I was obsessed with Apex Legends. I love Battle Royale. It provides this intensity of competition and this sense that every life matters, that other games with, deathmatch modes, they don't provide that one life, one game, one chance. I've always been really intrigued by that, and I was always really into the original Japanese Battle Royale movie, and I thought conceptually, I always thought this is going to make a great video game someday, and I was right because after I originally saw it, it only took like 2 years until PUBG was a thing. And I appreciate that as I have evolved as a gamer, and I've gotten better at shooters, and I've gotten a little more strategic, my style of play in the game has changed, even though the mechanics have not. So originally, I was not great at shooters. I was really bad, right? But I could still compete in Fortnite because I would take a sniper rifle, or I would take like a shotgun and hide in a house, right? Or I'd snipe from a distance. And I was able to do this kind of hide and seek style of gameplay. And then as I got a little bit better, I kind of got tricky, right? I started hiding in bushes or finding ways to get into trees. And instead of just hiding until the last 10, I would try to sneak up on people, but I was still kind of timid. And then now I'm pretty darn good at shooters. I will just roll in, I hear a gunshot, I go to gunshot, I get 10 kills a game. But all of those play styles were able to net me wins in the game mode because it's designed to survive and eliminate, and you can balance those two things. And that's why Battle Royale has always appealed to me. Now, we kind of get into, well, then why Fortnite over other Battle Royales? And there's a few reasons for that. The first, just on a pure gameplay level, it has always been, in my opinion, the most polished and balanced for all styles of gameplay. So if you go in solo, if you go in with a squad, if you go in doubles, it doesn't really matter. It's always going to feel well balanced. The guns are always going to feel good. The strategies are always going to be consistent, even when the map shifts or the gun shift. You're always going to be able to maintain your style of play and your squad style of play. So it's always been really well balanced. I've never felt like if I didn't play for a year, I couldn't hop back into the game and immediately compete, right? Even if things have dramatically changed. It only takes a few games for me to get back into it. There's also the art and the overall style and the feel to be able to jump in and play as all of these goofy characters and dance around and have this kind of lighthearted style. It brings me a lot of joy, right? I'm not a super duper serious gamer like some people are. Especially with these battle royales, I'm not hyper competitive. I really enjoy just being able to hop in, goof around a little bit, dress a little funny, dance around, interact with people. So it's always been, I think, more welcoming It's always felt a little more fun than the other ones for me. And I'd have to say Apex is my number 2. I loved Apex, but it was always so serious. And people would get really upset if I sucked at Apex. Like, get really upset. No one cares if I suck at Fortnite. Half my teammates are 14, and the other half just don't care, right? Because they know what Fortnite is. It's fun. It's fun in a way the others aren't, and I can keep playing it over time and not feel like I'm kind of like missing out or losing touch. And then the other thing that I've always been impressed by, and this is maybe a little more of an objective notion instead of a subjective one, but I'm impressed by it. And I think this might be a hot take, but outside of maybe Pac-Man or Mario, I would have to say that Fortnite is the most culturally relevant game of all time. Like, its ability to stay mainstream with significant cultural relevance across every variation of individual is profoundly inspiring and like really interesting. You have
I think the fact that the game doesn't take itself too seriously and that it is in and of itself almost a meme. That's its appeal.
It's to its advantage, absolutely. Yeah. Like, you can go into a game and you'll have people, you have one guy who's Master Chief, then you have somebody who's John Cena going up against Snoop Dogg and a clone trooper and Luke Skywalker. Like it appeals to everybody with its characters and its partnerships. It's absolutely absurd. Like, I play as a banana split. Like a banana with ice cream on its head. And I love that. It's so stupid. It's brilliantly stupid. And I'll drop into a game and immediately duke it out with Darth Vader using Goku blasts. Like, it's so entertaining, man. You don't get that anywhere else. You're not getting that anywhere else. And that's because it has decided to be a mainstream appeal and do all of these partnerships. So its ability to expand and be culturally relevant and entertaining all at the same time, it's just blows me away. It blows me away. I have played so much Fortnite and it brings me back to it. And for all the people who say, oh, he plays a game for 14-year-olds, I will have you know that I have a group of people I play with. One of them is my age. He's 27. Two of them are in their 50s. And then we play against a bunch of people who are like anywhere from, 10 or 11 years old to up to 50. It appeals to everybody. That's the beauty of Fortnite. I know people in every demographic who are like, this is just a fun video game. And that is just, I think, a beautiful thing. That if I want somebody to be introduced to video games, I can be like, hey, do you like this personality, this individual, this IP? Let's hop on Fortnite together. And they can have a generally good time. And you don't really get that a lot with video games anymore. There's always a gatekeeper. There's no gatekeeper to Fortnite. Anyone can play Fortnite. And that's a really beautiful thing.